Well, hello, namaste, adab, sat shri akal, bonjour, everyone. I think I have covered all the greetings that I knew. So, most of you guys might be thinking that why I'm doing this and not the strumming. So, this is quite possibly because I've been thinking of diversifying this channel for a really long time now, and I've uploaded a poll on Instagram a couple of days back. The result to the poll is where you guys wanted me to talk about the book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. So, without doing further ado, let's talk about it. So this wasn't the first book that I read in this lockdown period, and to be very specific and to be very honest, before this I haven't read any book. I used to start a book, but the book wouldn't finish. Let's talk about the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari was written by Robin Sharma in 1999, and up until now around 3 million copies have been sold, and it is a huge number for a book. So, why is this book so popular and why am I talking about it? This book tells you about the real virtue of life, the real secret of life, how to actually live life to get the max out of it. So, let's start. So, the book starts off with the storyline of a lawyer. This guy's name is Julian. He's so great at his job that he haven't even lost a single case in his career. And because of which he's having really rich and really filthy clients. Now he's having really rich clients, that means that he himself is also very rich. He owns a huge mansion, a private jet, and apparently a Ferrari. Now, this guy's acing at his job but want more and more in his bank account. Because of which he works day in and day out, and up until a time where he's working 16 hours a day. Once he's in his courtroom and he gets minor chest congestion, because of which he faints, and the peers around him take him to the hospital. Right? Now, while reaching the hospital, the doctor tells him that it was a heart attack and he just got saved. Like God has barely spared his life. Right? This guy is so much amused after this and he's so shocked that what has happened to him. Doctors advise him that now not to take any pressure and not to take any tension on him. Otherwise, it could result him getting a major heart attack and he might die too. Julian is so trashed and he thinks that he has won every single case in his life, but he is losing the case of his own life. Now, this was really bad for any single person who is working so hard, right? Julian takes a bold step. He sells every single thing that he has, every single asset that he has. His mansion, his cars, every single car, including the Ferrari and his private jet. After selling this, he go on a quest or searching for the real virtue of life. Like roaming around here and there, everywhere, discovers the sages of Savannah. Initially, no sage actually want him. Now, he actually is able to convince one particular sage. And that sage tells him the real virtue of life. He tells him a story. So, the sage asks him to imagine that if he is in a garden filled with roses, lilies, and every single flower that he can even dream of. He gets in there, he imagines, and now the sage say him that imagine that there is a lighthouse somewhere near to you. And as soon as you're looking into the lighthouse, you see a sumo wrestler popping out of it. This guy is really bulky, really big, and it is really funny to see the sumo wrestler because he's just wearing an underwear, and that is made out of a thin wire. Now, the sumo wrestler is, walking here and there, and he discovers a golden clock. And as soon as he goes to pick up the clock, he falls down and he faints. And now, after he's fainted, like after a minute or so, he gets back into senses because of the smell of roses. It is so good. This guy wakes up and he sees a path carved with diamonds. And he slowly walks in that path and soon disappears. Now, most of you might be thinking that what kind of a story was that? And so did Julian. So Julian asked that, is that even a story or just making me fool? But the sage said that there are 7 life lessons that are hidden in this particular story. Let's talk about those. So the first life lesson is related to the garden. A garden is like a brain that we all have. If you're gonna sow seeds of the flowers and all the other great plants, that you'll ripe the great fruits. Which means that if you lay only positive thoughts and good information in your brain, then you'll ripe that positive information and great thoughts. On contrary to that, if you're gonna lay all the negative thoughts and all the negative things in your brain, then you're gonna see that only apparently. So it's better for us to have a positive brain and a positive attitude towards life. Second one is related to the sumo wrestler. Sumo wrestler over here represents China and one particular word of China that is called Kaizen. This technique actually says to get or become 1% better every single day. How to do that? For example, if you are taking a hobby or if you are taking something, that you have to take small steps. Instead of taking a ginormous step in one particular day, take small steps. Right? If you want to learn an instrument, don't just sit one day and jam for 15 hours. Sit half an hour a day and do it for 30 days, 40 days. And when you're going to look back, you're going to see that how far you've came. Now, the third one over here is the lighthouse. As lighthouse show proper direction to a ship, we should also be having proper and clear goals that are set. See, the path initially might not be that clear, it might not be that visible, but as slowly and gradually you'll work onto it, you'll reach there. The fourth principle over here is related to the underwear of sumo wrestler. As I told you initially that the underwear is made out of this thin cable, but these wires are tangled around each other and hence make a rigid, strong wire. These wires over here represent 2 of the most important qualities that a person should have: self-control and discipline. Without that underwear, that sumo wrestler is gonna be naked, and that would be a pleasing sight to see, right? Same, if we would have discipline and integrity in our lives, we would go way far ahead in life. The next life lesson is taught to us by the fragrance that the flower holds. Now, most of you might be wondering, how can a fragrance teach us, right? See, as flower spreads its fragrance selflessly without thinking that what he's gonna get in return, same, we should do good deeds without thinking that what we are gonna get in return. What will end up happening is, all of this is gonna register in your book of life as your good deeds, and universe apparently will do good to you. The other life lesson over here is related to the golden watch that he picks up. Now see, we all are having same time. We are all having 24 hours in a day. What and how we utilize these 24 hours determines how we're gonna end up being. Either rich, poor, happy, unhappy, whatsoever. The last one over here is connected to the diamonds that he sees. Diamond represents the dwelling, that we are never in present. We are either dwelling in our past or in our future. We are just being a tennis ball to these 2 bats. So it's really very important to nurture the present so as to make your future and your past better. Because what your present is right now is apparently gonna become your past, and it was future that you were dreaming of. Thank you so much guys for watching the video, and I hope you liked the way I narrated this story, and if you did, then do drop me a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting for, man? Click on that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so that you'll be updated the next time I'm gonna be posting. And tell me about the winters near you. How are they going? Well, Happy New Year from my side. Stay happy, spread love to get love. Love you all. Peace.